my channel. So this week I tried out doing like a reading vlog all week long. A few of my booktube friends do this where they just check in daily on what they're reading and just other things in their lives that's going on. And so I thought I would give that a try this week. And yeah, I really enjoyed doing that actually. So I've got a few things on here. What do I have? I've got our trip to Little Rock and some stuff at town. I can't actually remember everything that I put in this vlog, but and then talking about what I've read this week. Here we go. Every Thursday I come out to my library. It's actually the next town over, but they've got the best like veranda here with a place where you can work. Like, they've got all these tables and things set up so you can bring all your stuff and spread out and work here, and then you get this beautiful view. I think it's a beautiful view anyway of Bentonville, and it's just a cozy place to sit here and work on things. So I come out just about every Thursday, and today I'm out here finishing up some stuff and planning some things. So I need to finish up my Bible study because tonight I'm meeting with friends to do our Psalms Bible study. And then I want to design some bookmarks and like flyers and stuff because next weekend I'm going to be doing an event a couple hours away from here, and it is like a fundraiser for housing sex trafficking victims. And anyway, so I'm gonna have a table there and sell my little head coverings that I make, as well as just some other whatever I have in my shop, right? Like my little book sleeves and just stuff, random stuff. I'm just gonna have a table there. So I want to make, like, instead of having business cards, I want to make like business bookmarks and just whatever my like paper stuff is going to be for that table, right? Like signs or whatever. So I want to kind of get planning on and designing that. I forgot my tripod today, so I'm like, my arm is tired. And then I want to look up information on our farmers market in the city that I'm in, because we have a Sunday farmers market. And then I think that I might want to set up a table there. And then, so I want to see, like last year it was only $150 for the whole year. So yeah, I think I want to look into that. And then I want to design like an intro and an outro for my channel, just because I think that would be cute. And then I also wanted to just kind of like plan out, I have this idea for a spring reading event called Spring Into Classics, which if I do get it planned, then you guys should probably know about it by now. But anyway, I want to kind of just plan that out and yeah, work on that today. And then if I have time after all that stuff, then I want to read a little bit. I'm reading The Tenant of Wildfell Hall by Anne Bronte, and if I really put my mind to it, I can finish it today. And so I think that I would like to read some of that, but I really need to be done about like 12:30 because I need to go get groceries and pick up my daughter and go back home and whatever, so that I'm ready to head out of town for our Bible study in time. We've missed it the last 3 weeks. I'm missing my friends and I just would like to get back into it. So that's my plan for today. Hey friends, so it is Friday morning, and I have just dropped off a couple of my kids at our church. They are on their way to Little Rock. This weekend, our church denomination, the Assemblies of God, has like regional, like state competitions for just different like creative arts. So music related, dance, like sermon preaching sort of things, art, whatever. It's just kind of like a creative, I don't know, festival, I guess. And so this weekend, our church denomination, the Assemblies of God, has like regional, like state competitions for just different like creative arts. So music related, dance, like sermon preaching sort of things, art, whatever. It's just kind of like a festival thing. And so a couple of my kids are going over. They're going to do the competition for worship band with their youth worship team. And then also one of my daughters is going to be doing worship leading solo. So anyway, just dropped them off at the church to head to Little Rock with their group. And then Jamie and I are actually going to head over really early in the morning tomorrow to watch them. So it is super windy today. It is probably going to start storming this afternoon. We are under like a severe thunderstorm watch thing. So I am really just planning on spending this whole day at home doing cozy and fun things. I am almost done with Tenet of Wildfell Hall by Anne Bronte. It's the first time that I've read it and like understood it, and I am loving it so much. I really enjoying this book. I hope that it ends the way I want it to. But it's so good. I'm about probably 40 or 50 pages from the end. I really wanted to finish it last night and I was just so tired. I couldn't, but I'm really loving it. I think that Anne is definitely the most mature of the three sisters as far as her content and the way that she portrays good and bad characters. Like, I think that she, even though she was the youngest sister, really seems to have a good grip on like what makes a toxic person and what makes a, you know, healthy, sort of stable person, at least in the way she writes her characters. I'm impressed, I would just have to say. And I have read Agnes Grey a couple of times, her other novel, and found it to be just really dull and really preachy. I really struggle with Agnes Grey. There have only been a few really preachy parts in Tenet, and I'm gonna have to look up and see which one was written first. I don't remember, but it's not nearly as preachy as Agnes Grey, and I'm really loving it for a lot of reasons, which I will talk about in the wrap up. But anyway, so I'm planning on finishing that today. I will probably take a look at a couple of the Bronte related, like, I have that one that's the children's picture book, Crosstown, and then I have the one on the Bronte country that's like a mostly book of photographs with captions about the different, you know, landscapes and stuff around where they lived. And so I'll probably take a look at those today too. And then if I do finish Tenet early enough tonight, I don't know what I'll start reading, but yeah, today I mostly just have to work on my Etsy orders and just kind of straighten up my bedroom and get it all ready for cozy night tonight. I won't get much reading done tomorrow, I don't think, like I normally do on Saturdays, so I'm trying to make the most of today if I can. Yeah. So it is 9:15 Friday night. I have just finished The Tenant of Wildfell Hall by Anne Bronte, and I'm having a bit of a crisis because for 15 years or more, my very favorite Bronte has been Emily, and my favorite book has been Wuthering Heights. And I just finished this, and I am just wondering if possibly it might be replacing that beloved spot, both with the book and with the author. I adore this book. It has so much really difficult subject matter in it. There is a lot of neglect and emotional abuse within the marriage that takes up the majority of this book. But this is such a well-written story. It is such a mature voice and such a mature way of looking at the responsibilities that this woman felt that she had within her marriage, as well as a really mature way of looking at what it means to keep your marriage vows, but also protect yourself. It talks about a lot of faith. Like this, there's a ton of really grounded, good faith in this book. I just am so impressed with the voice of Anne Bronte in this story, and just the way that the good characters were good and the bad characters were bad, and there wasn't romanticizing of, even just like slightly jerkish characters were not romanticized. It was the romanticized characters were the actual good-hearted, God-fearing characters with integrity. And I don't know, I'm just so impressed, and I'm so glad that I read this. I'll talk a lot more about it in my, my reading wrap-up that I do every week, but I just want to come on and say, I don't know, like this it definitely replaces Wuthering Heights as far as a well-told story and the depth of the story, and the integrity of the story, and just the way that Anne seemed to very much have her head on her shoulders. Her character might even replace Emily's in my mind, and this is just kind of a crisis I'm going through right now. So anyway, finished this, very happy to have read this. Lots of good things here, and I'll give you guys a deeper update. But yeah, you guys will hear more about this later on. So there's still plenty of time in the night. As I said earlier, my husband and I are driving to Little Rock in the morning. We have to leave here by like 4:45. But I really can't see myself going to bed any earlier than I normally do, so I think we're just gonna like drive there, watch our kids' first performance, and then probably go sleep in the car for a little bit while we wait for our daughter's performance. It's about 3.5 to 4 hour drive, just depending on the traffic. So it's gonna be a really long day, but anyway, the night is still young relatively, like compared to what I normally do. And so I think, going to pick up another read tonight. I'm not sure. I'll probably look through those books I talked about, the picture books and things, and then maybe pick up another novel tonight, but probably won't get through it too far. And I don't read very well in the car, so I'll probably just be starting it and then not picking up until bedtime tomorrow. But if anybody has read Tenant of Wildfell Hall, let me know. Let me know what you think of it, because I am just so impressed. Like this is one of my favorite reads in a long time. And I wouldn't be surprised if it doesn't make like my top 10 for this year. So, the year is still young. We'll see. All right, bye. This one is A.
fade a little bit. But those ones are still, that whole road right there is not turning, so I wonder if they just shut those off.
Yeah, they probably do. Little Rock, and it was crazy and stormy, but we were here at a convention center, and we just watched our youth worship band do their performance, and now my husband and I are just hanging out until after 2 when we are going to watch our one of our daughters do her worship leading performance, I guess, competition, whatever, her thing. I am still a drowned rat from walking 2 blocks in pouring down rain. It is still thunder and lightning and tornado watches and all the good stuff. So this is Arkansas in the spring, but this hotel has a lot of really pretty art down this hallway that I am lost in as I'm looking for my husband. So I thought I'd take a minute and show you all while he finds me.
Looked like he was getting ready to fight. And so I went, and like when I gave him a fist bump, he was like, you? So I went to give Caleb a fist bump. Like, he just like told me like this. He's like, I don't know who you are. And then she's like, oh. He's like, I said, like, thanks for lying. God, Roger. Yeah.
I've got nothing new. How could I express all my gratitude? So I throw up my hands and praise you again and again. 'Cause all that I have is a hallelujah. 'Cause you got a lion inside of those bones. Get up and praise the Lord. Praise the Lord. Praise the Lord.
Oh, my hands on the way. No, look at that. Hi. It is Sunday night. You know those times when you are just so exhausted that you just can't sleep? Like you are so tired, but then they call it the second wind, and then you get past the second wind and you are just running on complete crazy. That's kind of where I'm at right now. I'm so tired. Do I look tired? I'm tired. So it was a fun, but very busy weekend. Friday we had thunderstorms, and stuff most of the day. That night we actually ended up going into our tornado shelter because, we had like some rotating clouds and really bad thunderstorms that were coming our way, and so we went into shelter. Well, my husband and I had gone to bed early because we had to get up to drive to Little Rock the next day, which is about 3.5 hour drive or so. And so we'd gone to bed, and then just when I finally fell asleep, the tornado siren or alarm, on my phone went off. So we got everybody up, we went downstairs. We don't always go into shelter when it goes off, but if it says that it's in like at our town, if it's headed right to our town, then we do go into shelter. Anyway, so yeah, by the time we got out of the shelter, got the kids back to bed, got settled back down, then the storm that came our way, that was the one containing, the one that they thought was going to maybe have a tornado touchdown, that storm hit, and there had to be rotation because like there was stuff hitting our bedroom window over and over again. And then there was tons of hail and whatever, but thankfully nothing ever actually touched down. Then we got up, JB and I got up at like 4 a.m. to head to Little Rock, and they did great and it was fun, and got to see a bunch of friends, got to see Bookish Kelly, because her daughter was also participating, and just had a really great day. And then ended up leaving early. My daughter was like done. So we left our son there with his friends and we headed home. And then, I tried to get settled in last night and I just could not sleep. Last minute, I got asked at the last minute to serve on worship team. And so I was trying to learn the songs, and then I was really excited and I couldn't sleep. And then of course I got up early because I was really excited and I couldn't sleep, and I had to practice the songs this morning. And then this afternoon after church, my husband's like, take a nap. You haven't slept. And did I? No. I laid there and stared at the ceiling and thought about 1,000 things. Then I took my kids to church tonight, and guys, I am so fried. It's about 8 o'clock on Sunday night, and I've probably had like 5 hours of sleep since Thursday night. So I'm going to tell you about the little bit of reading that I've been able to do over the last couple days, that I'm going to go get snuggled in, make a peanut butter and jelly, read, and go to sleep, hopefully. I don't know what is going on out there. All right, so I read the first story in the Agatha Christie Miss Marple short stories. It was kind of a forgettable story. It's called The Tuesday Night Club, and it was written in 1927. I think it was her first Miss Marple story. Just a few pages. It was okay, and I didn't solve it. Like, it was a surprise of how it was solved, but not super awesome, but it's kind of hard to do very much with a few pages, especially when you're just getting started, right? So, but I did track it here in my Agatha Christie reading tracker. I don't know if I've shown you guys this, but I got this little book at Barnes & Noble, and it has every single Agatha Christie story. It has her short stories, it has her full-length novels. I'm trying to show you, not in a shadow, but anyway, it has these little tracking pages, and you can talk about, the dates that you read it, whether you solved the mystery before the end of the story, what your rating was, and then some notes, write down some clues, whatever. And it has every single one of her stories. So I've been tracking all my reading in that, my Agatha Christie reading. So that was Friday night that I read before I fell asleep. And then yesterday I didn't read anything. And then this afternoon, when I should have been taking a nap after church, I read a little bit of this Bronte Country. It's that book that's mostly photographs like this, but it does have some, it's more than just like a little caption to the photos, but actually there's some pages that have quite a bit of text on them. So that's what I've been reading, just a few pages in that. It's kind of just an introduction. But what I'm going to read tonight until I crash, I am just really in the mood to start over on the Emma M. Lyons series. I just made a video a week or two ago talking about how I've heard people say that they just don't understand it, right? They read the first book and they're like, I don't understand the appeal. I don't understand what's so big about these stories. And those of us who love Emma understand, like, just keep going, right? They're so great. But they're not everybody's cup of tea. So one, I want to reread book number 1, just to try to see like what it is, maybe if I can sort of pinpoint, you know, what is maybe throwing people off or keeping them from being interested. But I know that there are things that I've missed and things that I've kind of formulated in my own head because I have forgotten. Like, I have forgotten how her and Islington became close friends, as well as the other guy, which is named like Rupert or something. She usually has a cast of characters in the front of each book, or maybe he doesn't appear in this one. But you know, the other rich guy that she's been friends with for a really long time. I can't remember his name, but I can't remember how he's in her life. But this one is, I didn't realize or remember how very short it is. It is only just 107 pages. So I'll probably read that tonight and then see if I want to continue on with the series. But that's just what I'm in the mood for, and I need something that I don't have to think about too much. Because what I really should be doing right now is sleeping. All right, so that's my reading update. I will talk to you guys tomorrow. It is Monday morning, and I have brought my 4 youngest kids here to this park. It is a really beautiful day, but sunny, but windy. And our oldest son is bringing his family and wanted us to see this park that they found. So we're here waiting for them to show up. Last night, I read about half of the first volume of Emma M. Lyon, and I'm rereading just because this felt cozy, but also I want to kind of see all the stuff that I've missed, you know, the stuff I didn't catch, because I didn't realize that it was important at the time, and then now reading through, you know, the 8 volumes, I realized what, you know, anyway. So some of the things that I picked up on this time that I didn't before was a better just kind of picture in my head of what Emma's neighborhood looks like, and just kind of the quirkiness of it. In her neighborhood, all of the houses are painted, like the doors are all painted different colors, and apparently like some French artist comes in and picks the color palette every like 10 years or something. And then their door is always lapis lazuli though, so there's always gets to stay the same. That's the name of their house. And then other things, just like on another street, all the houses have these lamps that are shaped like different animals. And so I didn't pick up on that one before. The story about hawks, and I got a little bit better picture of her like relationship to hawks, or how she knows him, and interesting that it didn't sound like she had ever spoken to him really before the dialogue that happens within the stories. So that was interesting. A little bit, I got a better picture of like her family and how they are connected to that neighborhood, some of the history of her family, stuff that I just didn't really pay much attention to pick up on very well the first time around. So that's been really fun to go back and revisit that. But yeah, so I'll probably finish that up today, and then I don't know what else I'll start, but looks like my son and his family are pulling in, so I will put this away and hang out with them for a while. Today, it's Grandma Day.
Oh, is that what that's called?
Yeah, it's at the promenade. Yeah, so there should be.
Aya, look at Grammy, I'm taking your video.
Nice. Cool. Thank you.
You're welcome. Go. Okay, so the cell line was used in a robotic testing system during research to mimic human taste receptors and identify.
You did?
Hi! Hi! Yep, I saw you.
You didn't want to go that by yourself.
You're doing a good job.
You did a great job, bud.
Yeah.
Alright,
You want to come down here to Grammy? Woo!
here you go.
What's that old deal?
That's a tractor. Well, more like a Jeep.
Yeah, it's broken.
No, it's not broken. Just the back's off. Once it comes off. You want to go on this swing zipline type thing, bud? Yeah. I got you. I can get on. Hey, where you going? Where you going?
Hi! You did! You did so good!
I wonder how far you get on a running start.
Woo!
You go over the edge.
So it is Thursday, and this is going to be my last little video for this vlog. I've had fun making my little vlog this week. I don't know if I will continue it, maybe, but I've had fun doing it. So last night I finished M&M Lion #2 and enjoyed that. I think I've probably got it out of my system. I'll probably start something else tonight, or I might just move over to volume 3, but I am going to try to start something else, I think. But I've enjoyed kind of revisiting the early days of Emma. In these first few books, Emma is healing from a lot of grief, both of losing her parents as well as losing somebody else who was really close to her. And she talks in here, her routine is kind of to go in on the 23rd every evening and light a candle for her father. So I think that's the day that he passed away, maybe was on the 23rd of the month. And so this particular day in May, on the 24th, she says, "Tired as I was when I realized I had forgotten to light a candle for father last night, it being the 23rd, my emotion got the better of me." And I had a note that I wrote, this is a sign of Emma's healing, right? That it's not the number one thing at the forefront of her mind all the time, to the point that she forgot. And then of course you have all the guilt of forgetting, but it is a sign that you're healing, right? Because you are thinking about other things and you are moving forward with your life. And so I made a note that says Emma is healing. Yesterday was my dad's birthday and I forgot too. So my dad has been gone since 2022, so 4 years, and he would have passed away 4 years in January. And then his birthday was March 9th. And so anyway, one of my family members had to message me that morning to remind me that that was his birthday because I hadn't remembered. And so that just, like, on one hand, yeah, I could feel super guilty about that and feel like a horrible daughter and all these things. Or I could just say, that's a sign I'm healing. That's a sign that there are other things at the forefront of my mind. Doesn't mean I forgot him. Doesn't mean he's not special, important to me. Just means that moving forward. So it's a good thing. Anyway, so finished that. And yeah, I've got the whole evening tonight to just kind of chill. We were gonna head out to Bible study with friends tonight, but then my daughter just isn't feeling well, and she usually goes with me. And then also I'm leaving early tomorrow morning. One of my other daughters and I are driving about an hour and a half south. We're going to do an event called Refuge Ruckus. And it's just an event that raises funds to help with a sex trafficking victim ministry. They have like a home and things for people who've been rescued out of trafficking. And so this is one of the yearly fundraiser events. My daughter and I are going to go down and have a table there. We've bought table space, and I'm going to sell the things that I have in my Etsy shop. We're going to sell down there Friday and Sunday. So I have to have my table all set up and ready to sell at 7:30. So we are leaving here at like 4:30 in the morning to drive down there and start setting things up. So anyway, all that to say, I'm just going to read tonight and go to bed early, get some sleep for my busy weekend. But yeah, I might vlog a little bit down there, and I like this idea of doing a weekly vlog. We'll just see how much videoing I actually remember to do while I'm trying to get in the routine of it. So anyway, hope you guys are having a great week. I will see you soon. Bye-bye.